circles. Love feels so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. I will always hold you down. Your heart will be kept safe and sound. But I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. You're the picture perfect, you're my mind painted. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight. Baby, 'cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heartbeat to save it. 'Cause your love's underrated. 'Cause your love's underrated. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight. Baby, 'cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heart need a saving. 'Cause your love's underrated. Deep in my heart I know you're irreplaceable. Together unstoppable. And I feel your frequency. Feel your love around me. I'm drowning in my mind. Don't wanna let you down. We're running round in circles. Love feels so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. I will always hold you down. Your heart will be kept safe and sound. But I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. You're the picture perfect, you're my mind painted. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight. Baby, 'cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heartbeat to save it. 'Cause your love's underrated. 'Cause your love's underrated. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight. Baby, 'cause your love's like a dynamite. I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. I can feel your heart need a saving. 'Cause your love's underrated.
I keep dreaming, but my dreams keep flying away. As somewhere far beyond, keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. It's been a while since I ran into you on a street. I wonder if you moved. Hope everything is going amazing for you. And you're not feeling blue. I feel the rain pour down my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some
Hi guys. I am sorry for the late start and then long intro screen. For some reason my Minecraft launcher wouldn't open, and I thought I had already opened it and was waiting to start it at like 5 minutes before the stream was supposed to start, and then it didn't, and it wouldn't, and so we had to completely reinstall the launcher when my stream was supposed to start. So I hope hope that you guys found something to do for those few minutes that I was busy, but we got it working. I frantically called hubby and was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So, hi. I hope you're having a good day. I hope that this brings you even more good day vibes. I have had a crazy couple of days. Something big's happening upstairs. My slip and fall in the tub it's injured me quite severely. I shouldn't say severely. I really hurt myself. So I've been spending a lot of time just laying in bed and sleeping on and off because it hurts so much. But we're here. We're going to hang out. I did not get my homework done. I didn't get the list printed out. So we're just going to focus on getting the watermelon unlocked and working on crafting benches, saplings, and apples. It might be a little boring content-wise, but I think the last episode really taught us that trying to adventure without food is just not the right plan. So sit back, relax, enjoy me eating humble pie as I learn my lesson from this whole process. And yeah, so we'll just keep getting watermelons and planting trees and cutting them down and maybe have some nice chats in between. Ooh, look at that big one up there. I am feeling a little bit better today, not a ton. I woke up pretty early, but then I was able to go back to sleep after hubby left for work. So I am hoping that today I can start actually like doing stuff around the house and actually working with my foster animals and hanging out with my kids and stuff, because I think everybody enjoys a nice like little I'm gonna lay around and not feel good time, because you can relax a little, maybe catch up on your sleep. But I am more than ready to move on from that particular part of this recovery. Let's get some saplings here, folks. Oh. If you've been following along, you know that I have to... Oh, we got a first timer in chat. Hello, MJ La LMAO. Welcome. I am excited to have you here. Feel free to let me know how you're doing today. If you've been following along with the series, you know that because I am currently collecting saplings, every time I start out again, I actually have to wait for the trees to drop more saplings, because at the end of each session, all of the saplings I've gathered go into the double chest to try to unlock it. So it does mean that we end up taking a little bit longer than normal to get started, but all the drops are important because we're trying to work on both saplings and apples. So, ooh, this tree gave us a ton. Jeez. Oh, watermelon. Oh yeah, definitely pick up Minecraft again. It's so much fun. If you missed the first few episodes, I actually have them all uploaded on my YouTube, which shout out to my YouTube folks. My views have actually shot up the last couple days. I've been really excited, so thank you for that, folks. But yeah, it's just LovesYou Crafts on YouTube, and the whole series is there. The very first episode, I was having audio issues. I didn't realize that this mic and the mic in my webcam were both running at the same time. So we thought we had turned off the webcam one. So the first episode's a lot echoey, but all the rest of the series episodes are up there, so you can get caught up. And then I have specific rules for my series that make it, it's meant to make this a little bit hard. I have to unlock items in the game. Thank you. Oh, well, hello, big, is it Macy or Mackie? 93. Welcome. We're happy to have you. I'm just looking for what to download and try streaming. I personally am only streaming Minecraft right now. I have had this series idea for a little while, so I'm really focused on that. But eventually, I do want to look into streaming other stuff. But that's kind of my home base. I do highly recommend the Twitch Creator Camp. Oh, thank you, MJ LMAO, for your follow. Welcome. We appreciate that so much. But yeah, so as far as what to stream, definitely something you're passionate about. The Twitch Creator Camp is actually really great at talking about how to pick what you're best for streaming, or the mix that would work best for you. So I highly recommend going through that Twitch Creator Camp. It honestly is what made me pick live streaming on Twitch over live streaming on YouTube, and part of that is the great community feel here, for sure. Wow, 2 new chatters all in one go. It's exciting over here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up. Oh, Fallout would probably be good because I think with, the new show coming out, it's definitely become a topic more of conversation. I've never played Fallout, but I know hubby has. And I know it was pretty much a firm favorite for him. And I know that the show is both like either loved or very controversial for people. So that might be a great thing to talk about while you play. I think that would be cool. But yeah, there's a lot of really great options. I like watching the cooking streamers that I didn't even know was a thing, and I'm like madly in love with it so much. So MJ, you said you made tea. What kind of tea do you drink? Yeah, I haven't watched this series. I've watched a few, not like reactions to it, but just in the broader context of pop culture reaction kind of thing. It's supposed to be, like, it's well made, but I think there's some controversy as far as like how closely they follow the games. But like I said, I am not super familiar with it, but oh, that's good to hear that you think it's spot on to the games. I know, cooking stream would be so much fun to do. Or, like, I'm a cake decorator, too. I went through the certification classes with Wilton, and I think it'd be fun to do a cake on live stream, because it does take some time. It is nighttime. Me too. So black tea with honey and milk. I am currently drinking from one of my favorite cups. It's my Minnie Mouse cruise cup, and it says "Let's Sail Away," but it's got really pretty Disney Cruise Line stuff all over it, and it's got like gold rim on the top. But my drink today is Caribou Coffee's Fireside with amaretto creamer, non-alcoholic, and then it's got a lot of sugar because I always put a lot of sugar. It's one of the books I read a while ago. The main character was like my favorite because she said that she puts just enough creamer and sugar in her coffee to make it dessert, and that is so me too. Oh, Lord Dragon Wizard, you see the world so black and white. Yes, technically it wasn't fully nighttime yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Big, I forgot to answer that question. There are many options out there. I personally use the OBS software and Stream Elements. Stream Elements you don't download, you connect it to your Twitch account. I like OBS because it's free, and it's fairly user intuitive if you have a basic understanding of like design apps. And then if you go into my, if you're on desktop, you scroll down. If you're on a mobile device, you have to click on my little icon, but you can go to my About page, and I have links, or mentions, I should say, not links, to both a YouTuber that I use to really help me get like all of my setup done for OBS, and then there's a link to the Etsy shop that I use for all my overlays and everything, and then it talks about the software that I use, so that would be a good place. But most of what I found, other than the Etsy shop, I found through Twitch Creator Camp. So like I said, that's a really, it seems long, it does take a few hours to go through all the classes and everything, but it really gave me a good foundation to start off with. So that would be my recommendation for that, for sure. I think it's one of those things that, yeah, the Twitch Creator Camp, I can't say enough how helpful it was. And I did watch them all because they have some that are specific to types of streaming that I have no intention of ever doing. But I subscribe to kind of this, it's from a marketing nonprofit, my nonprofit background, but it's called Thinking Sideways. And it's the idea that you are open in what you do to looking at industries that are next to the industry you work in. So the example that they gave is, if you're a makeup company, you should look at the tattoo industry because they're both about changing the way your body looks. And see what they're doing that works for their marketing. See what they're doing that works for innovation. Take a look at those types of things. And so, like, I watched the class for the live music streamers. I can sing, but I don't sing well, and I played bass clarinet, but I would never play it here, even if I had one. So, you know, it was never something that I was going to do myself, but I learned a lot as far as like how they think about streaming, what they do, things that they talk about, and, you know, things that make them successful, the kind of equipment that they use, you know. I am personally completely using all of hubby's setup for his gaming computer because I typically game on a laptop. And that's not a problem if you have a gaming laptop, but it's my business laptop. So for streaming, we realized that I was going to have more of a setup, and we're not in a place yet to build out a full setup for me. So luckily, the equipment that he had gotten just to stream, or not stream with, just to game with, worked for the most part for streaming. And he very generously shares with me. But they talk about equipment to buy. Yes, huge up. But they talk about like inexpensive equipment to buy when you're starting out, and then what to look for when you have a little bit of cash to spend on doing a little bit more. So, yeah, like I said, I can't talk about it enough how helpful it was for me. And then the YouTuber who, I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name, but it is in my credits section. They helped me figure out the mapping between OBS and Stream Elements for like all my animations and everything. And all of the animations came in the bundle I got from the Etsy shop that I have in the credits that created my stream overlays and everything, the icons and the adorable kitties, like this kitty. This is Dom. If you haven't met Dom yet, he is my son's this is my son's cat. The boys adopted him last summer. Yes, his original name was Domino's, like the pizza company, but the boys changed his name to Dom, like Dominic Toretto from the oh, you can see his snaggletooth from Fast and Furious. So Dom had some teeth pulled right before we adopted him, and he because of it, his lip doesn't always stay down. And so he has this, like, the best sneer in the world. It's awesome. But Dom likes to sit on me while I'm streaming and not just my lap. Like, he'll come and sit on my hands. So I try to discourage him from hanging out too much over here because it makes it a little hard to stream. But he's welcome to come and say hello. Yep. And he's going to just hang on the desk. So not quite as dire as last episode when I kept dying. And I couldn't see what was in front of me because he was in my way. Cutting trees down doesn't quite need as much concentration. Okay, you can't put your butt on my mouse hand. There's so much space on this desk, and you sit right where my hands are. He is a free hand warmer, and he is huge. He is not as big as my cat that we had before. That was Vincent, and Vincent was a big boy. It's funny because we end up, generally our foster cats are all of like more typical cat size, but we ended up, not on purpose, with our cats that are ours being big boys. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's purring. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he's sitting there staring at me purring. All right, we need a little time for these trees to grow up, so let's go put the watermelon and everything that we have up in our chest for a minute. Ooh, down the vine. Okay. Yes, so the rules, here, give me, oh, I don't have any watermelon left because I lost it all the last episode. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 stacks, we'll get there. Okay. Series rules are at this link. Oh, no, that was wrong. Try that. If you want to check them out. Basically, at the beginning of the series, I had an hour to gather whatever I possibly could. And what's left of that is in this chest here. And this stuff I can use without any penalties or anything like that. And then after that hour was up, to be able to unlock something, I had to collect a double chest of it. So, the items up here I've collected since then, but don't have double chests yet because I just don't have enough to start. And then these are the items over here that I've been working on unlocking. So you can see like oak planks has an X under it. That's because I went and unlocked it. Now it is a full double chest, but I can't touch any of it. I have to maintain the collection of the double chest. So once it's unlocked, it all stays in there. So like apples, you can see I'm working on. And then the other thing is, so like we started with base items. So I unlocked oak logs, and that means anything that you can make from oak logs are unlocked. So the oak planks, the sticks, all of that. Once I unlocked the oak logs, I could make anything that was only made with oak logs. But I have to continue to try to collect those double chests of those items as well, which is why like oak planks is there and sticks is done and that kind of thing. So the very first thing we did was oak logs, and then after that we did the cobblestone and got that unlocked. And during that whole time I've been working on watermelon. It has been quite the journey. I made some really bad choices multiple times, including going on adventures to get watermelon from the jungle I'm next to, and then dying and losing multiple stacks of watermelon because I didn't have enough to eat watermelon. Like I didn't gather enough to start with. So that's why we're staying home today. But you can see I've unlocked several other items, and once we built out this area down here, I started double chests for anything that I had. Anything that I had 3 stacks of, I started a chest for. And then you saw that other chest over here, the top chest, which is stuff that I just don't have enough of. Oh yeah, this is a tough challenge. I don't know if it's ever been done before. It was just something I kind of came up with a while ago because I enjoy collecting items so much. I'm really a big crafter and gatherer, as it were. But I really like this kind of thing. Yeah, there's some items that I may never get a double chest of and I may never get to use. Iron is what we're gearing up for. Once we get watermelon, I did find an ore mountain. So we're going to head over there and try to work on iron and coal. But this is meant to be a long, slow series, that it's going to take a while to do this kind of stuff. But I've always naturally played games like this where I'm really into like collecting stuff and everything. And I didn't want to just come on and be like, let's just collect a bunch of stuff. I wanted to give myself rules and goals and things like that, because I think like from watching like Nuzlocke of Pokemon games and stuff, it's much more fun if there's some rules that you have to bump against. So yeah, it's been insane, but it's been really, really fun. I'm hoping that this is gonna be a fun series for folks to watch. I wanted to do a series too where you could put it like the YouTube playlist on in the background when you're like cleaning your house or working on a project, and have it feel like there's just somebody hanging out in the other room. Something that you can watch and follow along with, but you don't have to like stare at and make sure that you're following along perfectly, kind of thing. Because those are the kinds of streams me and the kiddos really like. That's good. I'm glad. And we get to talk about animals sometimes. We're fosters for a local rescue, so I foster dogs and cats and stuff, so that always helps too. Alright, so those trees are down. We can go on this side. Any ferrets? I don't personally foster any critters, but the rescue that I work with does. I do appreciate them, but I am just not a small animal foster. I have 2 cat spaces, and then I do usually 1 or 2 dogs at a time. So critters it would just be too much. Okay. I think a new tree popped up. Yep. Oh, no, that was the one I just cut down. This one's new, though. Oh, did you guys hear that noise? What was that? I occasionally get ocelots up here, so I don't know if that was a kitten. A room full of ferrets. That would be insane. That, I mean, I think it could work because one of my cat spaces is actually for like litters or sets of bonded cats, or like I've done where we took in 4 cats from a house because they couldn't take their cats anymore. So that room is set up for multiples for sure. So yeah, I could see where they could make that work if with the right space. But yeah, our kittens actually that we have right now, we found out they're actually, we thought they were about 12 weeks, but they're actually more like 14 because they're starting to lose their baby teeth. So we did move Mama into her own space, Mama Gorgeous. And then the babies are on their own now, because they were still trying to nurse on her, which she sometimes allowed, but honestly, once they start getting their adult teeth, it would be pretty rough on Mama. So we gave her her own space last night, so she's pretty excited. And they got all their initial vetting done, so we should hopefully hear soon about when they can go in for their neuters and then go to their forever homes. But mostly orange. We have one, oh gosh, he's so pretty. He's long-haired, white with orange tips. That's XB. He is so pretty. I don't think he will last long at all. He will go to a home very quickly. And then the rest are orange boys, mostly short hair, but there is one long-haired orange boy. And then, yeah, I've never seen it. Not that it doesn't exist. I personally have never seen the white with orange tips. Because he's got like an orange striped tail, but his whole body is white. But yeah, and then Lauren is our current foster dog. And she goes in, she has a badly broken and rehealed broken leg and tail. And they need to amputate the leg because it's just, she can't use it. She can't put any weight on it. So she goes in for her surgery Friday. So we're hoping that helps her feel better. Yeah. What I worry about most was that when this happened, she was on her own as a stray, going through that pain without any medication or vet care. So, and her leg is very badly broken. Her tail has 3 or 4 breaks in it. And so you can imagine how much that must have hurt, and that she was by herself to go through all of that. So, that's what I think about most with her. It doesn't bother her anymore. She limps because she can't put weight on it, but it doesn't hurt her anymore. But we're trying to give her like the best of everything so she knows that it's going to be okay, that she's never going to hurt like that again, that she'll be safe and loved forevermore. So that's kind of my hope and my wish for her. Did I do that one? I thought I did. Oh, it grew right up before this one even despawned. Yeah, and then we were supposed to have a couple of temp dogs, but the thing with temping is a lot of times they get adopted before they need the temp to actually come through. So I'll commit to temping a dog, and then they'll get adopted, so they don't actually need to come to me. So we're without our second dog right now, but I have a new list of temps I can look through, so we'll see if anybody fits well with us to come hang out while their foster is out of town. And then we do still have Gemini Tay. She's going to be set up with a specialist vet here soon, so we can hopefully figure out what's going on with her. She's got an undiagnosed medical issue, which we thought was fixed, and then it turned out it wasn't. So a little bit of a setback with her, but it does happen sometimes. Oh, yeah, it's fostering is hard because you do fall in love with them, but the way that I look at them is, once I had finished mourning Vincent, I knew that I wanted to foster as my pet. So hubby has his dog, the boys have Dom here, and then my pet is my fosters. And I look at them more as a friend who needs to sleep on your couch for a couple weeks, and that you care about them. You're going to be there for them. You're going to help them and get them back on their feet. But you also want them to go in and find their new forever, their life, their bright future that you want for them. So that's kind of how I like to view them, as more of like my buddies who need me. You know, and one of the things we say in the rescue world is always a home like or better than mine. And to be honest, 90% of the time it's a home better than mine. Some of the homes I've sent my fosters to, I knew that they were going to have the best life ever. There's always a joke of fosters like, can you adopt me too? But yeah, so they, that's kind of how I look at it, but it is not for everyone, because it is hard sometimes to say goodbye. There have been animals that it was hard to let go. If they hadn't gone to the homes they've been to, it would have been hard for me to say goodbye, for sure. It's the toughest thing for me usually is after, like, we do the final meetup and like they take them, is watching them walk out the door, and watching them leave. That's the hard part for me, is the actual watching them leave. So I either try to leave before them, or if we're like at a pet store or something, I'll go and look at stuff and give them a few minutes to leave, because it's just the act of watching them walk out the door that's hard for me. You know, that's because it's so final, I think. I've only cried a couple of times in the car on the way home. More of my tears are shed for people being idiots, honestly. I have more anger and sadness from that than anything the animals ever do. But there are people who do end up just adopting their first fosters, and then they their house is full, so they just become volunteers. Totally justifiable. You know, I get it completely. I know that if I adopt anybody that I foster, I wouldn't be able to keep fostering. We don't have enough space with the animals that we have. Oops, I'm supposed to keep some of those. So that's, for me, it's just like, if you want to keep fostering, you have to find them homes. But yeah, I really enjoy it, and I work with a really great rescue organization. And that helps a lot too, I think. Okay. So we're making good progress today on stuff. I know this isn't as exciting content as I've had sometimes, but I just want to unlock the watermelon. Like, once we have food that we can take with us, there's so much more that we can do, because every time I've tried to adventure without food to actually eat, you get damaged so quickly, or you run out of the ability to like run or something like that, and then you're just a sitting duck and trying to get back without healing, you know. So hanging out, trying to get this watermelon done is gonna be worth it in the end, for sure. But we got great chats going on today. Everybody's super chatty. I love it. Okay. We may have to give a minute for the trees to catch up to me. Oh, we could go up top and do the ones up there. I am sad we lost our shears, though, when I died the last time, because until I get iron unlocked, we're not going to be able to gather any wool. And I was slightly hoping we'd get a little bit of a miracle with shearing the sheep around here, that I could make a bed to take adventuring with me, because I only have one bed right now. But I think we'll be okay as long as we have food, because we can do what I like to call hidey hole mining at night, where we go underground to mine while it's night out. But we'll have to see how that works out. I should have gotten more dirt. I lost like 2 stacks of dirt when I died. And even though dirt's unlocked, to go to the places to go get more is nightmarish. The big trees are nice because you get more wood from them, but sometimes it's a bit of a pain to climb up into them. That's why I like jungle trees, because with the 4 base, you can like spiral stair up them. I get all the wood. Oh, there's another one. And another one. And another one. DJ Khalid coming up. I really want to cut this birch tree down just so that these leaves attached to it despawn. I don't know if that's smart or not. Oh, look at this one. This one's huge. Is there any way I can climb up into it? Not super easily. We'll leave it. Yep, because those ones are going to start growing now. Okay. Oh no, I missed you following me. Big shout out, thank you for following me. I'm so sorry that I missed that notification. Welcome. So, watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. There's one of my chatters once said, watermelon. Hey, we got another one. We're so close. Like, this stream, we should be able to get it. That's my hope here. This last... this last little session staying close to home should hopefully be enough. Watermelon? Lord Dragon Wizard, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, oh, I get it. Took me a minute. Pop culture references always take me a minute, I swear. Except for the really obscure ones, and I get those right away. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the music in my stream, it's from a company called NCS. I'm not sponsored, but I'm a huge fan. They provide free uncopyrighted music to streamers and other content creators as long as you follow their rules. My playlist is about an hour and 7 minutes long, so the entire list of songs is either available in my description. There's a link to my website with the whole list. If you're watching this after the fact, if you're watching it live, it's under the credits section in my About Me section of my Twitch. But the list has all of the artists, all of the songs, links to where you can download them, as well as links to their YouTube's videos. So definitely go and check them out. I've talked about it before, but having copyright-free music to use for streams is a big deal for streamers. Nice. Yeah, it's a really great opportunity for streamers. I'm a big fan, so nice shout out to them. Definitely go check out the list of songs, because there's some great artists, and this music gets stuck in my head all the time. Like, I ended up singing it in my head when I'm not streaming, for sure. League of Legends, I don't know that I ever played it. I know it was super big there for a while, though. Trees. But yeah, they have other styles of music too. I just went for music that I really enjoy. Because one thing I found when I started like getting all my streamer stuff together is a lot of it is very like hard rock centered. Ooh, we could go to the tree from up here. Let's do that. That'll be fun. And it just, you know, like a lot of the free overlays and stuff, the animations and everything were just not my style at all. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, no toxic communities. Like, fandom should be for all. Fandom should be welcoming and open. You know, we should band together to get rid of people who are toxic, not base our relationships on toxicity. That's where I'm at. I don't like that stuff, like, at all. I mean, if you look at my chat rules, I hope that's very clear, because that was something I did not want in my community here on Twitch. There's a lot of places you can go and be grumpy and mean, and I didn't want that here. We should all support each other. We're all human. We're all doing our best. Like, that's where we need to be. And I think all types of fandom, no matter what the game or the property that you're a fan of. Yeah, I mean, I think you can be competitive without it being toxic. I really, you know, if you look at some of the other types of games out there that are competitive, even like the folks who play hardcore and do, you know, live stream competitive gaming and stuff, I think there's a lot of them out there that still have honor in mind when they play. And I don't mean that like in an old-fashioned way, but more of like honoring the place that they are in and the fans that they have, and recognizing that having a healthy community is a huge bolster to the community. Like, nobody's gonna watch a game if everybody's grumpy and everybody's like if everybody's super cutthroat, you're not going to have a community that goes from one streamer to the next streamer to the next. Raids wouldn't exist because you'd be like, oh, I would never ever look at them ever. Like, you know, it just doesn't work. So, oh, Lord Dragon Wizard always coming in with the, I swear. You're allowed to be a curmudgeon as long as you're nice. You can be a nice curmudgeon. How about that? But I do think that there is something to the whole toxicity of pitting yourselves so hardcore against each other that you almost destroy the culture, the community that's there, because your alliance has become so much a part of everything that you do that you can't then support each other. For those of you who don't know and haven't figured it out yet, Lord Dragon Wizard is hubby. Lord Dragon Wizard gets away with a lot because he's hubby. Oh, and that's what I'm saying. It's, you know, and like, there's just certain things I stopped, you know, watching or participating in because I just couldn't deal with the drama. Like, my life is dramatic enough as it is. But adding in drama from people who are making drama because it doesn't need to happen, like, it's one thing if there is real drama. It's one thing to be like, hey, this is, you know, this thing happened and, you know, I want to win the game and we're going to go against them. You know, that's fun. You know, that can work. But, oh, this person's such a piece of trash and I hate them and blah, 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 blah. It's like, that's not needed. We don't need that. Go after them because they beat you in the last game and you want to get better and win. Sure. I love that octopus. Or is it a kraken? I don't know. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. I think I get it unlocked when I'm an affiliate. I'm not sure. But my graphics package came with... It's a squid. Okay. Oh, no, it's got the little suckies on its thing. It can't be a squid. But my graphics package came with little icons and stuff of the kitties that are on my overlay. These little kitty cats. And I'm excited for people to be able to use those in chat. I think they'll be fun. Oh, it's called a squid. Our eldest bee would have an issue with that. It's not zoologically correct. Not at all. It's problematic. Well, you know, as far as like having to leave that game for the culture and everything, if I remember right, a lot of games came out after it that were very similar. So I hope you were able to find something that had similar gameplay at least that you could enjoy still. Because that's the crappy thing when stuff like that happens, is a lot of times like the game isn't the problem, it's the people. And then you lose out on something that maybe you really enjoyed. So I hope that for you, that you were able to find something that made you feel better about it, at least gameplay-wise. All right. The trees are slowly catching up. I do have to go back over where that big one was because there's going to be a lot of stuff that fell, because I think there was even like wood up in the leaves. So let's go head over there and then we'll cut the trees down on our way back. Ooh, did I miss? I might have missed something. We may have to go back up top. Oh, yep, I see it. I don't know. Is there a place we can steal some dirt? Oh, this is all coarse dirt. Oh, hey! Fabulous. I didn't know that this connected. This is the backside of the storage room. If they're catching up, you aren't running fast enough. Do you get it, Dom? I don't get it. This is not new though. We know. I don't catch up. Oh, the trees. I got there. It took me a minute, but I got there. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Do you ever wonder about me? Because I do sometimes. So anyway, this is the back side of the storage chamber. And the reason I came down here is I know that there's dirt. And I can collect a little bit to pillar with. So we'll get a little bit of dirt here. Because the dirt that was... Ow! The dirt that was up there is coarse dirt. And I don't have that unlocked yet. So I can't use that to then pillar with. Oh, look at all those creepers down there. There's 3 of them in one spot. That's insane. Okay. This should be enough to pillar for trees. Now, can I find my way back out? It was over here. That or it's a suspiciously well-carved staircase. Okay. Let's put the dirt back here. Alright, you gonna despawn now? There it goes. Okay. It's so weird because it looks the same, but when I've collected this before, it was coarse dirt. So I don't know. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it for the biscuit. Doesn't look like there's any new drops here, though. We gotta go back up top and get that wood, though. I don't know what Dom's up to today, because you guys can't see him. He's right here. But unlike normal, he is just sitting staring off into the distance. And normally, he is like trying to eat my microphone and staring into my eyes longingly. If it's a yummy biscuit, I still wouldn't risk it. I just, you know, it's important to me to follow my rules for this series. Alright, let's pick up some drops. Yeah, this area is definitely not rendered in when I go around the corner. So going over there to get wood makes sense for wood, but not for the watermelon. More drops. Oh, let's go to the top and get that stuff I dropped, left up there. Oh right, when you walk on the dirt here, it makes that weird noise. You okay, Dom? Wonder if the teenagers next door are bugging him. Why is that still not despawning? I don't think there's any branches still in here. I hate floating trees. Why do you exist as a floating tree? There's no... Or are you just taking forever to despawn? And if that's the case, I need to hurry up and get out of here, because... Ah ha ha! Found it. Okay. Let's get back up to the dirt. Trust me, you don't want to get it to finally despawn and then be standing in it, because then it'll despawn right under you and you'll die. Okay. We're gonna need more axes because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's my last one. So we'll have to go make some axes. Okay. Let's... Oh gosh. That would have been bad. Could you imagine me just falling off the edge? That would be loud scream for sure. Oh, look at all the watermelons. This is great. Okay, we're gonna get those and then we'll go down, put stuff up, see how close we are, and then make some more axes. Oh, we are at an hour, so if you have been watching from the beginning, now is a good time to stretch your body out a little, do a little wiggle, get your nervous system back in order. If you're working on a project or staring at a screen this whole time, make sure you give your eyes a little break, look away for a few minutes, take a sip of water. I will once we're safe. Oh, no. Ah. Oh, make sure you're being nice to your bodies. Oh. I will say I must be getting a little bit better from my fall because my back doesn't hurt nearly as bad as it has the last little bit, so. All right. 1, 2, 3. 3.5. We're so close. Hopefully we can get that done. That'd be amazing. Now, things like saplings and apples, it's just going to take forever. There's just nothing for it. It is going to take forever. Oh, don't be sorry at all. You are welcome to do what you need to do. Okay, so top chest, this needs to go up there. Everything else I have is unlocked, so I have plenty of sticks. So let's make some more axes. What you cooking today? Is it something delicious? Fried chicken. Ooh. Yum. We'll do another round of crafting benches. Or crafting tables. I always call them crafting benches, but they're not crafting benches. And I didn't know that until we started the double chest for these. Okay. Or, yeah, crafting tables. And I always call them crafting benches. It's very weird. So, when I unlock crafting tables, it allows me to build more than one at a time. So I have one that I've had since, I think it's since the beginning. I don't think it blew up after the fact. It may have blown up once and I rebuilt it because, let's be honest, I can't play Minecraft without a crafting bench. But I wanted to have one to take with me for adventuring. And so part of the whole, you unlock the raw item, to me, it didn't feel right to, just be like, oh, I'm going to craft as many crafting benches as I want to because I have it, because it's such an important item. So, just kind of as a barrier for it, I wanted to, unlock it before I could start using more than one, if that makes sense. Just making them willy-nilly. It's the same thing with the furnaces. I had one, it got blown up by a creeper. I have stone unlocked, so technically I could make one right now if I needed to, but honestly I don't have coal, so I know you can use it with wood, but anyway, I don't have anything to burn right now. I don't have anything to smelt. But I'm trying to unlock it because it didn't feel right, because I have wood unlocked, to go make a furnace and then immediately unlock charcoal. It seemed like that should be a little harder too. So just like the crafting bench, because a furnace is such an important item to the gameplay. So we're working on getting that. That one's taken a while because I don't want to destroy this area I'm on where my base is at, and I've already dug out all of the areas that I'm going to be building in. Like there's a secret little spot back here that's going to be my bigger base. So yes, I have run into so many creepers. But yeah, so I don't have a lot of places that I can dig stone while the watermelon is growing. So that's something, furnaces is going to come a little bit after we get the watermelon done, because we'll go over to that ore mountain and then I can dig stone to my heart's content. But yeah, so I tried to carve out places to make things harder that are going to be easy. So like unstackable items, that's something else that I'm like, I don't want to make it too easy for me to unlock it. So I have a provision written into the rules currently, but I don't think it addresses it quite right, so that probably will get updated as time goes on. But yeah, so creepers, dude, like the first couple times were so heartbreaking, and then it just, like, once I unlocked dirt and stone, like coming back through here and fixing all the creeper holes was such a big, like, exciting thing for me. I think we did it, yeah, we did it on our last bonus stream, and it was like my favorite thing ever, being able to walk through here and not constantly be falling into creeper holes. That was a big deal for me, for sure. One of my first few streams, I had a friend jump on who I hadn't seen in a few years, and they'd never played Minecraft. And so hearing all the noises from the mobs was so scary for them, like the creeper sounds and everything. They're like, what's that hissing sound? It was, that was fun, for sure. It made the dying to creepers multiple times a little less annoying. Alright, let's go pick up the stuff from over here. Yeah, it finally despawned. Oh, probably all gone. That's okay. Yeah, this is true. They do, I feel like they make a little bit of noise when they're around you. Maybe I'm imagining it though, but I feel like they make a little bit of noise. Dom's doing his staring into my eyes thing. Are you mad I'm not petting you? Do I need to take a petting break? There you go. Nope, you can't sit on the keyboard. Sit right next to it. The thing that I don't understand, I'll just expect more. The thing I don't understand with Dom is there is plenty of space to sit, and I know behaviorally that cats, the reason like they sit on our laptops and everything is because they want to be a part of what we're doing, but he will sit in like the most inconvenient place, and it's not like he's trying to be inconvenient. He's just doing it, and I don't understand. Like, I leave, my lap is open, he can easily come sit on that, he can sit in front of my keyboard. There's even space for him to sit behind the keyboard, and he'll come and sit on the keyboard. Lord Dragon Wizard, that question was for you there. He is cat. Oh, I didn't do that. Watermelon. I'm guessing you're typing. Oh, there you go. Yeah. He does only do it with me. And it's really weird because, like, the last time I streamed, Lord Dragon Wizard was home. And afterwards I went and was talking to him about it. And he's like, well, if you just toss him off, you not toss him, like, bad, but, like, you set him on the ground. If you set him on the ground a couple of times, he'll stop. And I'm like, I did it like 6 times before the stream started, and he still kept coming. But yeah, so there does get to be some hair in the keyboard, but with the style of keyboard that hubby has, it's the keys are actually very deep, so the hair I don't think makes it all the way down into the keyboard. So I usually, when I'm done streaming, I'll actually just like blow a little over the keyboard and the hair will go away. But we do have like cans of air we could use if we needed to. But yeah, it's not super bad. Although, are you supposed to use a can of air on keyboards? I can't remember. I didn't realize there were so many things you're not supposed to use it on because of the moisture. So the actual tower is in a different area. It's so like he has a gaming desk up here and his tower is down lower, and the exhaust areas, we do have to like keep them clean and everything, but they're not like a typical PC where they're gonna be more accessible, like that he would go and sit by them or something like that. So we've always had animals. Yeah, it's the moisture thing that always worries me. But we've always had animals, so when he started rebuilding this particular one, the new case he got, I think he specifically picked one that wasn't going to be so much of an issue. Just because, yeah, cats, small spaces, it's gonna happen. Yeah. We do, I actually do a lot of baths for our fosters, and we're pretty into like brushing and stuff. We don't do it a ton, but when it's shedding time, everybody gets lots of brushes, and that helps keep it down. And then you just vacuum a lot, you know. That's kind of the other thing. And it's, a lot of people think like with animals, like you vacuum once and you're good, but what we actually do is we vacuum once and then recharge the vacuum, because we have one of the cordless ones, and then we vacuum again in a couple of hours. And it's because the vacuum like brings a lot of the air, the fur up into the air, and then it comes back down again. So whenever we vacuum, we usually try to vacuum a couple of times in a row, and that tends to help get the hair under control. The other thing is the dogs don't come downstairs where our gaming setup is. And that's also for Dom's comfort. He has an entire half of the house that he will always feel comfortable in. So that's part of it too. When Aurora, our dog, is a little bit... Oh, yeah. It was from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. It was a Christmas present, I think. That one. Yeah. When Aurora's a little bit older, because she's still a little bit of a puppy, even though she's over a year now, when she's a little older and a little more chill, we might let her come downstairs. But with all of our gaming stuff, at first it just wasn't a good plan to have her around at all. Ugh. Make sure this one doesn't have any more branches. But yeah, so the Dom gets down here kind of all to himself, and then the foster dogs get upstairs, and then the foster cats have their own spaces that nobody else goes into. So other than meeting each other, oh yeah, the money of saving up for upgrades on computers. Hubby has been working his booty off to get money to do his full rebuild. So he's done everything on the outside, but it's the inside stuff he's working on now. So he got his fancy gaming chair, and he's got fancy monitors and headphones and keyboards and all that kind of stuff, and now he's saving up for the inside stuff, which, as a not super, like, I'm fairly tech savvy, but I don't rebuild my own computer kind of thing. I always was wondering, like, why don't you just start buying stuff? But he made a really good point that doing the outside first let him get stuff that didn't need to all be the same generation, but the stuff on the inside, he needs to buy it all in one go so that it's all the same, like, technology level, if that makes sense. So he just this year finished all the outside stuff, and now he's saving up for the inside stuff. So oh yeah, I don't know a lot, but I know that that is an expensive day. Oh, I am so sorry for your pain. Yikes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the laptop that I use for work, it's like our family laptop, but it's my work laptop, and what I game on normally. It has had some issues, and that was expensive, and that was just a laptop. Like, a certain game is coming out. What new game? Now I want to know. Like, you can't get me all interested and not say what it is. But yeah, the laptop issues we were having, we've had to replace the screen on it. Oh, Monster Hunter. I don't know that one. I'll have to look at it. So we replaced the screen, we replaced, I think, a couple of the internal components one time, and then they don't make the power supply for it anymore, and we've loaned 2 of them. And so trying to get a replacement was nightmarish, because the ones that we were ordering, because the company doesn't make them anymore, were all crappy Amazon ones. Yeah, the screen breaking, that was a not happy day. And it wasn't like we dropped it or anything like that. It just, the screen went out. It had like, it had a couple of lines across it, and then it just stopped really functioning in any real way. And it kept, like, you could get it to work, but then it would do weird color block stuff. And it was not something that hubby could figure out. He's got the skills to do most everything, but we had to take it to a local computer repair place, and they were like, yeah, you just have to replace it. There's nothing you can do. But when they replaced it, unfortunately, the webcam on it stopped working. And we think it's because there was something, Lord Dragon Wizard probably remembers better than me, but there was some reason that we don't think that the webcam will ever work on it. So for like meetings and stuff, I can't use it. I have to use my phone. So it's a little frustrating for that. I don't do a ton of meetings. Yeah, we couldn't get the correct screen anymore. That's what it was. It works, the screen that we have for it. It's just, for whatever reason, the webcam tech is off. Yeah, there's one down there. No, that's Birch, isn't it? Ooh, watermelon. But yeah, so I don't do a ton of meetings for work, but we do telehealth stuff sometimes, and I have to do it all on my phone. So, but it could have been much worse. We could have had to buy an entire new laptop, and we didn't have to do that. So but the computer down here, even though we're working on rebuilding it, it's not like it's a bad computer by any means. It's just older. This is what, the second time that it's been rebuilt since we've been together. Am I right on that, Lord Dragon Wizard? I think so. I know you had it before we got married, and then I know you've replaced multiple things with it throughout our relationships, but this is like the first full on. Yeah, that's true. If we can just make sure that the power cord keeps working. We had a Foster chew through the cord, so Lord, hubby opened it up and repaired all the wires and everything, but now it's got one of those like thick electrical tape like things from where he had to do all the joins and everything. Yeah, the second full rebuild. So yeah, it's a lot of money and a lot of work, but it definitely makes things. Yeah, we had one of our Fosters chewed through. I have a fancy heating pad it's really big. It's like the size of a decent sized monitor. I don't know how else to describe it, but and they chewed through that cord, and I was like, no, my heating pad, because that one couldn't be fixed. It was completely like wrecked in multiple ways from them. That was one of our escape artists. They got out of their kennel while we weren't home, and we had them chew one of my cordless earbuds, and then another, I think it was the same one, chewed through some of our charging cables for our phones. So there's been some cables hurt in the fostering game. Oops. Slow down a little. So yes, they did not get hurt. Everything was unplugged other than the phone cords, but there's something in those that it doesn't shock when they chew on them. I don't understand it myself. So the specs, I just have the programs listed because I need Lord Dragon Wizard to sit with us, or sit with me and actually help me type out like the computer side. for like the actual specs of the computer itself. But that's like, I know the program sides of stuff, but oh, not while I'm in this. Hold on. Hold on, I'm building crafting tables. F3. Magical. Ooh. I don't know these things. I think Lord Dragon Wizard, they're looking for like the specific brands and that kind of thing. That's what most people put in their specs. So like the types of computery things. Oop. I try my best. Oh, crafting tables are down here. Oops. I am learning these things, but it's kind of like when you have someone who's and very, very good expert level at this stuff. I don't put a lot of effort into learning it myself because, you know, I've got somebody I can ask. You know, use the experts you've got around you, kind of thing. But I came in very, very lucky to the tech world. My dad was a computer guy from pretty early on. That's funny. So growing up, we had a black and green computer in our basement. So like the screen was black and green. So like I played the original version of Oregon Trail. And like I remember when I was very young, they had like a floppy disk Sesame Street game that I played for like learning letters. So I was very tech savvy from a young age. And then the elementary school I went to, it was a public elementary school, became a tech magnet school. So it was science, math, and technology, and basically an early STEM program. So we were using computers pretty early on. In fact, I learned how to type from a very young age, and they put boxes over our hands so that we couldn't look. So I learned how to type without looking at my hands at all, which was insane. But so from a young age, I've had computers around me. So I know some things more than people who didn't have those advantages. But as far as like the super technical stuff, I never really got into that side of things. Because my dad wasn't, there's a zombie dying somewhere. Oh, there he is. Let's see what he dropped. But my dad wasn't building computers. He was, oh, no drops. He bought computers and then used them, kind of thing. So, but yeah, so I was very lucky in that kind of thing. And then when hubby and I got together and got to know each other, and he's like, oh yeah, I rebuilt my computer and everything, I was like, you can do that? No, I knew you could do it. I just had never met anyone who had gone that far. So for me, he's an expert, even if he won't admit that he is. But yeah, as far as like growing up with technology, Yeah, I think having that leg up, it really makes a difference. Like when our kids were young, we, just by nature of who we, yeah, being able to buy the part, like knowing what to do. We've definitely saved like old computer laptops and stuff that hubby was able to like cannibalize for some of our stuff. But I know that for them, like we expose them to technology from really young ages, just because we are a big tech family. I mean, we've always been super into tech. And it was funny, one day I was watching one of them as a toddler, and they went up to the TV and were trying to push the TV like it was a touch screen. And that's when I realized, like, wow, like as a toddler level, they have an understanding of how like phones and tablets work enough to think that this just should be how this thing works. The UI was already built into their experience. Ooh. All right. So because we have no food to eat, because I lost the last 5 watermelon I had that were actually safe for me to eat, we are going to die of starvation here. And it's going to be okay. But we need to get to a safe place, because it'll get us down to a half heart, and then we'll take care of that half heart quick and then start playing again. But while we're waiting, we'll put up some of our stuff. I still can't believe I lost. The last game, I think, or last session, I lost. Gosh, I don't even know how much watermelon it was. It was so much. It would have filled this. Yes, pretty much that's where we're at. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I really wish I had put more effort into getting more food at the beginning. Alright, let's go take care of this half a heart. Since we cleared our inventory, doesn't really matter where we go. I don't always get a chance to clear the inventory because I'm doing other stuff and it's just going to take too long, so. Whee! Soon! Yes, very soon we will be able to eat food and this won't ever happen again, and I'm so excited for that day. I look forward to this not being a common occurrence. I think it's just so funny because I did it to myself, and that's what Lord Dragon Wizard has reminded me of that multiple times, that I did that to myself. But it's just one of those things like, oh, if I had just gathered just a little bit more food, if I had paid just a little bit more attention to planting a bigger watermelon field, if I, so many like what ifs, but this is how we ended up. We because this was I planted those 2 first thinking that would be enough, and then I realized it wouldn't, so then I planted these ones, and there was 2 up here, but one got blown by a creeper. And then I sacrificed a bunch of my edible watermelon to make over here. But the really big issue is I got a bunch of iron when I started. Not a ton, but enough. And the problem was I used all of it before I realized I didn't make a bucket. So I didn't have I couldn't bring water up here to make the watermelon grow faster. And I'm not close enough to any water. Like there's water at the base of the mountain over there, but I wasn't close enough that I could be doing what I needed to do up here and have it grow. So I definitely made things a little harder for myself than probably was necessary. Yeah, the problem was I didn't get any seeds right off the bat, and I forgot about the whole like punching grass to get seeds, and I could have started with watermelon or with wheat and just kept growing it. I didn't come across like villages or anything like that to get hay bales or anything along that. So I had a bunch of watermelon because the jungle's right there. So I was like, oh, we'll do watermelon, because in my other worlds that I play in, when I don't have these rules and regulations, watermelon grows fast and it's easy. So we're so close though. We're at like a stack and a half left to grow. So we still have an hour or so of the stream. So with any luck, we will finish it this stream, and this pain will end, and we'll move on to the next one, because I'm sure like getting iron and stuff is gonna, even with an ore mountain, it's not gonna, ooh, look at that big tree. It's not gonna be like terrible, but it's not gonna be as easy as like some of the other stuff has been super easy to get. But like I said before, we're kind of in the Stone Age right now. And then, that's true. And then we'll be in the Iron Age. And that will be just a different experience altogether. But we'll be in the Iron Age for a long time. Getting diamonds is gonna be a thing for sure. But the nice thing with diamonds is we can be unlocking one, other ores, if I haven't already unlocked them, and two, deep slate, and all the things that deep slate come with. Like, that is going to be a big thing for sure. But to get there, we gotta get iron first. But with iron, I get, like, you know, armor and stuff. I did realize I could have had in the Stone Age here the benefit of like leather and stuff like that, but again, because I don't have wheat unlocked, because there are farm animals in the various biomes around me, but yeah, I have to unlock diamonds, and get ready for your mind blown, I have to unlock netherite. The cinnamon rolls, that's what that's called, right? Netherite, I think it is. The cinnamon roll thingies. Yeah. So it's possible I may never get to use them. Because not only do you have to unlock the raw chests like I've done with, you know, oak wood and stone, the grind will be so real. I have to also, if I do get it unlocked, I can start using it to make things, but then you have to continue to get other things that are made from it. So you know, it's kind of an honor system, but like right now I'm working on crafting benches, but technically I could just make crafting benches. Ancient debris, thank you. I always forget the words. I'm gonna have a list printed soon. I just didn't do my homework this time and print it out before the stream. But yeah, so everything in the game has to be unlocked. So like saddles, if I want to ride horses, gotta unlock saddles. If I want to use treasure maps, gotta unlock that, you know, which you only just collect those, like you can't make them. So there's a possibility I'll never unlock that. Same things with like some of the like Heart of the Ocean. I'm pretty sure you can't craft that. There's gonna be stuff that we'll just never unlock. We'll collect all we can and we'll try our best to unlock it, but there could be kind of a point where we're like, we've explored this entire world and there's no more. Like, we've done all we can do. So, yeah. And like getting ender chests. I can't go just defeat the dragon and go and get everything I need, because it's going to take me a while to even be able to defeat the dragon, and then to go and get a double chest of shulker shells before I can even start using them to make shulker boxes. So, like, the implications of the rules I have set out for myself, they just keep going. It just keeps going. But that's part of the fun of this series. It's gonna be a long series. It's gonna be a lot of craziness. You know, I think part of what gets tough for some Minecraft creators is that at a certain point it's just about building, because you've unlocked all the things. You know, you went and defeated the dragon, and you know, did some exploring and all of that, and you have all your farms built. But then what do you do? What do you do that makes it unique or fun? That's true. So, you know, what do you do to keep things interesting, to keep things going, beyond just building new and different, which I want to stretch my building capabilities, and that's why there's the rule about making the storage chambers in each area. But I wanted to make it harder. So here we are. There are a lot of areas to explore. Like, to functionally explore an entire Minecraft world, I don't even know how much time that would take. Whoa. Did you guys see that? That was so weird. My mouse glitched out. Yeah, and I didn't spawn up here. I spawned, I don't know if we can see it from up here. On the other side of this mesa, like right where my cursor is, there's stone. And that's where I spawned. Oh yeah, I mean, we'll get diamonds unlocked. It's just going to take forever. And the same thing for the ancient debris. I'm sure there's enough out there. It's just how long will it take to get there is going to be the thing. But yeah, so I spawned just on the other side over here, and there's a good amount of different biomes in this area. So we've got mesa, we've got whatever this one over here is called. Kind of your traditional oak and birch is mixed in, and then we've got jungle, there's a bamboo forest, there's several glow caves, and then there's huge of the, I always forget what they're called, but like the crevices that like you can look down into, but it's all like caves and stuff. So there's a lot for us to get started here. I got really lucky because it was a blind seed. I just loaded into a Minecraft game without putting in a seed or knowing where I was going to be, because my only worry was if I if I spawned in like an icy biome, you need specific tools to get icy stuff unlocked. So I would have had to like leave spawn area really, really far to go find somewhere that I could actually functionally start the series. So I was very lucky in where we ended up being for this. So we lucked out in having an ore mountain. It's the ore mountain's at not this side of the mountain, but that's the next mountain that way. So it's not too far away. But yeah, so this is going to be a long series. And you know, there's certain things that I'm not going to get a double chest of. The dragon egg. Like, there's only one unless you mod in more. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. And I'm really excited. I told this story a couple of times before, but I used to log into my dad's Nintendo 64 save files, and I would fill up his inventory with the things you needed in those games. So like money, or if there was stuff that you were like gathered for food or whatever. And I would just play the game to just do that. Like, I didn't want my own save file. I didn't want to actually play. I just wanted to gather stuff. That was what was fun for me. So I've been training for this my whole life. All right. Now, if you are hanging out and you feel comfortable, feel free to jump into the chat and say hello. There is no requirement to. You are welcome just to hang out and listen to what's going on. If you are new to the stream and haven't done so already, make sure that you follow me on Twitch and have those notifications turned on so you can join us for future streams. My streaming schedule is Monday evenings, Wednesday mornings, and Friday afternoons. And then if you are watching this after the fact on YouTube or Twitch, make sure that you also subscribe on YouTube so that you get the notifications when those new videos are uploaded. And that's typically as long as YouTube is working. I upload them right after the stream. So if you missed an episode, you can always check in there and get caught up. And then like I said, on Twitch, you can get notifications when I go live. Shoot, I did it again. I always fall into that spot, but I don't want to block it off because it's a nice little mob trap. All right. Let's see how close we are. We have almost a stack of watermelon. It's gonna happen. I feel it. Oh, okay. So 59 is the magic number of what we need now. $59 watermelon and we're free, guys. We're so close. Haha. We're making decent progress on our crafting tables too. Like, it's a lot of resources that go into making them, but I mean, we're kicking Furnace's butt here. Yes, it's like finally there. Well, and being able to just travel further afield. That's kind of a big thing too for me. Because as much as like I enjoy gathering and stuff, focusing on what I've had to focus on just because it's what's near here has been a little, it's not as inspiring as being able to say, okay, well today we're going to go to this area and we're going to collect these things, and then the next time we'll go back and collect that thing, you know. Having some variety would be amazing, just creatively. But we'll be able to do that now. The unlocking stone, wood, dirt, and food, I knew those were the high priorities from the start here. I think it's a really big thing, honestly, to get that done. But there were certain things, like when we did the bamboo day, we did bamboo, sticks, and something else all in one day, and it was fast. Like, so there's going to be times where stuff is going to go quick like that, and then there's going to be times that it takes a little bit longer. So we'll be able to add variety in that way as well, of working on something that, you know, is going to need more time and mix it in with something that goes fast. Ooh, that's a weird shaped one. Look at this. That's something I've been enjoying too, is experiencing the, is experiencing like the different generations of how these trees come in. There's been some really weird shaped ones for sure. I am hoping Ore Mountain helps out with the ores some, though. It's got really nice visible veins of iron and coal for sure, but I even found like emeralds over there. So once I get iron unlocked, I can start working on those too. And because it's not where we're actually building, my plan is to shear the mountain for the stone. And so that will help get some of those ores too that are just under the surface. They're definitely not as plentiful under the surface, but it's not something one should ignore in those. Ah, yes, redstone and copper. Imagine doing copper. Copper's gonna go so fast. Everything for copper will go fast because those copper veins are so huge. And we have all of these lovely, lovely caves around me that will work really well for those things as well. Because I don't know that you get redstone as much on the ore mountains. Nope. It doesn't make much of anything. It's very much a decorative block. You can make, so there's lightning rods that you can make, which are good for protecting your base from like lightning strikes that would spawn like the skeleton horses and stuff. You can also use them to get certain mobs. Because they need to be, things need to be struck by lightning. And I know in this latest update, they added some more stuff that copper could make. Oh, for the brush. So to get the new, kind of, what would you call it? It's not paleontology, archaeologist stuff. You need the brush. So that's another thing. I think they're realizing that you can't make a lot with it, so they're kind of trying to bring more stuff into the game that it's useful for. But you can do a lot decoratively with it because it's got the different levels of oxidation. So that it does add a lot decoratively because of that. You can do a lot more with it. But yeah, it's not a super useful block. I think if we had ended up with the copper golems being added to the game as the mob vote, you might have ended up with more uses for copper. I think they would have added more as a part of that, but because they didn't win, I don't know that a lot of the stuff they were planning on. And they never really seem to revisit the animals that don't win. Or the mobs that don't win, I should say. So I think it's just something they're gonna have to keep building into it, reasons to get copper, because you get so much of it. Oh, there we go. And the other thing is it takes so long for it to oxidize that if you're trying to if you're trying to do a build where it's not oxidizing on it, like you want it to be oxidized before you do the build, you have to do so much of the place down blocks, wait for them to oxidize, wax them, recollect them, I think it didn't work out the way they were hoping it would. Ooh, that's no fun. Well, yeah, play some Minecraft. Use it as a little break for yourself. And I'm glad you found us too. We're happy to have you. I'm gonna go to sleep though, because it's really dark. Ooh, watermelon. Ooh, thunderstorm. So if I had wow, I don't know if it's really loud for you guys, but I'm gonna turn it down just a hair. Oops. So if I had those lightning rods, it would conduct the lightning to those versus me having to be worried that it's gonna make issues for me. Oh, okay. Whoop, did I sleep through the night or did I have to figure out how other streamers can run stuff on their other screens without it affecting, having to pause their game. It must be a mod or something. Or maybe there's a keystroke. I don't know. Hi, Ocelot. But yeah, I always think it's good to have multiple games to play. Maybe. I think with the, mixing in different games, you keep your creativity levels higher. I also, so I play other games with my family. I do play Minecraft with them as well. We have, our family world. But, I do a lot of Played Up right now. I love Played Up. In fact, hubby and I just... Borderless window. Oh no. Yeah, I really like See, it's okay to have the Gordon Ramsay energy if everybody's into it, but if not everybody's into it, then it doesn't work. So like W does not enjoy playing Played Up. He will jump on and play with us every once in a while. We have one particular world he really likes playing in, or one particular franchise. And then B will play on and off. He gets burnt out on games pretty quickly, but hubby and I will sit and play that together all the time. In fact, we had I think it was a 4 franchise cake restaurant where we only made brownies. And we just lost it recently. I was so sad. Because I really liked that one, but it just, you get so many cards that at a certain point it just becomes unplayable. Oh, there she is. There we go. Now it's despawning. Okay, that should be it. Oh, yeah. There was another one that before Played Up came on Game Pass that we played. It's similar concept, but it's more craziness, like the counters move while you're playing and stuff like that. And we tried to play that as a family, but it was just too intense. Like, it wasn't enjoyable. It was just stressful. Oh, pizza and burgers? Oh, I've never had a game where I've had to have 2 mains. But I know hubby and B have one, and I couldn't do that. I would pick the other card for 2 mains, no matter what it was. I would rather lose it than do 2 mains. I guess there's certain ones that it would work together, because like you can do fish, which generally has 2 mains. Yes, Overcooked, that was the one we played. And I liked it, but it just was so intense, and all of the things that they added to make it harder just took away from the fun a little bit, I feel like. Yeah. It was a fun game and it was super cute and I liked the menus and everything, but it got to be just too stressful. Have you tried Moving Out? That's a fun one. That's a little less stressful because it's meant to be silly and you're meant to break windows, which I didn't understand the first time I played. And I got really mad at my kids. I'm like, why do you keep breaking everything? But it was how you're supposed to do it, unless you're trying to get the achievements that don't have you break windows. Like, you specifically not supposed to break them. Turkey and pizza. See, if you have the right equipment, that one wouldn't be so bad, because if you had like freezers and stuff, you could have the turkey pre-made. Don't get me started on Moving Out. I don't know. We like that, but it can be stressful for W. That one gets a little stressful. He is a speed running champ. Like, he just likes finishing games. He doesn't like going back and getting all the little things. So for him, the like us wanting to get all the achievements and everything, he was like, no, why are we doing this? Like, let's just keep playing. And I was like, let's go back and get all the achievements. So we have to compromise a little bit when we play as a family, those ones, but I think Overcooked was the worst like family co-op game that we did. Hubby and I played the It Takes Two, which is actually a really great relationship game to play. I don't think it needs to be a romantic relationship. It could be just like friends working together and working on their relationship. But we played that. One of the times our kids went over to my parents' house for like giant cousin sleepover thing. And we played that, and that was really, really cool. We have not finished that game, but it definitely is one. It brings out that kind of like, why aren't you doing this thing that I think you should be doing? And why aren't you doing the thing I think you should be doing? And learning how to work together on that stuff. So if you need to repair any relationships from co-op games, that would be a good one to take on. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and that's how they made that game. It is made to be, I don't know if they like worked with relationship people, or like therapists or something. I think someone told me that they'd had worked on it that way, like that was how it was made. But it definitely, it tugs at your heartstrings. It makes you think about things. It makes you work together, and not just like a regular co-op working together game. But yeah, that one was pretty fun. Yeah, it was good that we played it on a day that we had like gotten like takeout, and we had beverages, and we were sitting there together without the kids around playing it, for sure. That helped with the stress levels of it a little bit. I think it made it a little easier to smooth through those side-eye moments, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Are we gonna get there? So close. We need like one more watermelon, and we'll have watermelon unlocked, and then we'll just have to gather a few so we actually have food to eat. Yeah. It's we don't do a lot of takeout, so when we get to have it, and frankly, when we don't have to take in the kids' tastes into account so we can get things that we like, that maybe we don't get to have very often because the kids don't like them, that's a really special thing for us too. And then just hanging out, having a little bit of us time. We had our kids fairly young. He's a little older than me, but I was 21 when our oldest was born. And so we did not have a lot of time that was just the two of us. And with him being in the military and deploying and everything, even when the kids were super young, we didn't have a lot of time that was just the two of us. So getting that time together now, it helps a lot. Date night's important. Yeah. We've been married 15 years this year. Oh, thank you, MJ. I don't know if he's in chat. He's might be working again now. But thank you on his behalf. Yeah, it was crazy that it's been 15 years already that we've been married. We it went by fast. And at the same time it went by really slow. But we did a big celebration trip at the beginning of the year on near our anniversary. It wasn't on our anniversary, but it was near it, and that was really special for both of us. We had never gone away for more than like a night or two, just the two of us, and we did an almost 2-week trip, just the two of us. So it was pretty special. All right. Any more water? Oh, there's 2. We're gonna do it. Oh, thank you. I don't know what that little. I don't know why it's not showing up in the chat, but there's like they're little circles. All right, here we go. We did it! Watermelon's officially unlocked. Huzzah! Oh, heart hands. Oh, in my chat it's showing up as little circles with lines in them. Yay! Watermelon's unlocked, and we have a few to spare. So we'll go officially unlock it, and we need to get probably a decent stack, and then we're gonna go on an adventure. I don't know what we're gonna do for sure, but we're gonna go on an adventure because I'm excited. All right, let's go. It's time. Here we go. Boop. And ta-da! Watermelon's unlocked, finally! Oh, it doesn't feel real. We did it. Little X means it's locked, and the chest is locked, and watermelon is officially unlocked. So, now per the rules, I can have watermelon, I can eat it as much as I like, but I need to be actively working on unlocking the full watermelon double chest and the watermelon seed chest. So those will be something we'll work on here in the future. I'm not going to make chests for them yet because we definitely won't have 3 stacks of them anytime soon. But we have food to eat now, so yay! Let's get some excitement going. That is officially food I can eat, and that feels amazing. We're gonna put out the saplings we have because we're gonna walk away from wood for a while because it's all I've done today. We'll make up our double chests here. You can actually put the watermelon slices together for a watermelon. See? So, while yes, technically it would be cheaper to do that, I can unlock it without Silk Touch. I'm gonna exit out just so I don't accidentally do that though. I figured that out earlier because you can, if you're like gathering watermelon and you don't want to have your inventory full of them, you can put them into the full watermelons. Yeah. Some watermelon do give you quite a lot, but because I have to be actively working on it, it's just the way it's going to be. It's kind of like the getting furnaces unlocked. It's going to be painful, and that's just the where we're at. That's true. It's going to be a lot, but the truth is that it's not nearly as bad as waiting to unlock it. And because this is our basing area, we'll keep coming back and gathering the watermelon as they grow. I just don't have to sit here and wait for it to grow. And because I'll be able to go down in the jungle now, we don't have to worry as much as about like the collecting it. I can plant more now as well. That is true because you can make watermelon seeds without anything else. So technically I can get seeds. I just need to be working towards getting the other stuff unlocked. And then the other thing is if I can get iron unlocked, I can make a bucket and I can bring water up here and it'll be like 1 billion times more efficient. So, all right, we're gonna make, is that all the stone I have? Oh no, I have more up here. We're gonna make a few things before we go on our adventure just to keep the fun going a little bit. And then I think, since we've been talking so much about Ore Mountain, I think let's go over there. Let's go and get some ores. And then, just for safety's sake, we're going to make an extra sword or 2. Just because there are lots of mobs over there, and because I don't want to move my bed and potentially lose my spawn in a safe place that I can get more equipment and whatnot. Where are you? No, I want to go over to Ore Mountain for sure. Okay, so we don't have anything on us right now that we're not allowed to have. And we've got plenty of resources, or tools to gather resources. I just need to be able to sleep. There we go. And then in our last little bit here, we'll head over to Ore Mountain. This is exciting. Oh yeah, he is like expert level dad jokes. Ooh, there's all kinds of dying happening around me. So we're gonna go back up to the top and head over that way just because there's lots of mobs around here. Oh, speaking of which, no. But watch what I get to do, guys. Haha! I got to eat, and I'm healing. You know how long it's been since I've gotten to eat and heal? Probably episode 3. Maybe 4. We're on episode 11 now. Oh, it's so joyful. So exciting. Ooh, and we have some more watermelon we can collect here before we go on our adventure. It's true. He was kind of a dad joke guy before we had kids, honestly. All right, off we go on our adventure with a decent amount of watermelon to eat. And I can run. This is amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. We get to adventure. That's true. Just really bad puns. No, I mean, I make some bad puns sometimes, but I don't think I have my own jokes. Whoops. Ooh, see? Cave. Oh, right. I don't have to be worried about those little falls anymore. There's Ore Mountain. It doesn't look like it from here, but when you get up higher on it, it's all ores. I can actually get down to the ground. Jeez. Forgot the durability on watermelon is like, or not durability, the hunger fill on it. I think there's a zombie in our path coming here. I saw blue. Oh, it was a birdie. Hello, birdie. Okay. Just a quick F3 check that I'm heading the right way. 202. So. Which way goes up? That way goes up. Okay. We are not vegan or vegetarian. Although I enjoy a meatless meal from now and again. I don't know if we have anyone else in chat who is, so definitely want to respect everybody's feelings on that. Oh, hey, look! More watermelon. Okay. So should be up here. Don't want to spend this whole section climbing. Ooh, look at all that gravel. There she is. There's Ore Mountain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there will be some farming, but I have to unlock wheat first to get the animals bred up. Which means I need to unlock seeds, which is gonna take some time. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done on a lot of different fronts here. That is a good point. I wasn't 100% sure what the best path between these two places was, only because I've only ever run back from here. So if I go on the opposite side of this area, there's a more gradual like hill down that leads up to kind of where my spawn was. So that might be a better place to do that. But it wouldn't hurt to have like stairs over here, or at least an easier path up. Just because there is going to be so much that we're gathering over here. Like this iron that I left. So this was the hidey hole from when I died last. I should have stayed in it just a hair longer. But I only had half a heart left, so it was not going to end well no matter what I did, probably, so. Yeah, there's going to be some items, it's going to be a lot of farming up animals. So we'll get there. Part of the problem I realized, because I thought with unlocking dirt, that I would end up very easily getting a lot of seeds, and I didn't, and it was because I had to dig dirt underground. But now that I don't have to stay in that area, I can go and find dirt in other places. Excuse me. There was iron over here. I love how I'm like turning the corner with my head. But yeah, because I need to keep getting dirt to make other things, we'll have more of a shot at getting seeds unlocked. If I can go to a place that I can just dig the grass up. Then it'll be a little bit easier to have a shot at that. So right now I'm just going around getting surface stuff because it's just a hair easier, and then we'll actually start shearing this mountain. As you can see, it kind of circles all the way around here. But we need lots and lots of stone too. So there's no point in not shearing this off. You can't see it from my base, so this is a great way to get just a ton of stone, and you get the resources that are inside. So like when I was digging out my hidey hole, yes, I did. I just didn't see it when I was coming around, so we'll go back for it for sure. But when I was digging my hidey hole earlier, when I got lost over here, I found a coal vein in the middle of the mountain. So that's why I shear off these. It's not like you have to do it for this biome, but it is it's not bad, especially if you need stone. Ooh, emeralds. Now we don't have an iron pickaxe right now, so I'm not going to try to get them. They are. I don't know if that's the technical name of the biome, but they redistributed where everything is when they added more block. So the build height went up and the lower layer went down. And so iron and coal, emeralds, and a couple of other resources are now most easily found on the outside of mountains like this. So you can see the core and the iron is kind of on the outside here. That's also where you get calcite most easily. So I call them ore mountains. I don't know what the actual biome name is for them, but they added those, as well as I don't know that they had the veins of iron, which you can find now in some caves. So they can sometimes give you like full blocks of raw iron. But yeah, so those are newer additions in the last few updates. Because they move diamonds down into deep slate, you don't do as much digging in the stone areas, so getting those other resources that are in the stone areas is a little harder. Yeah, they are now at, is it negative 35? No, it's not negative 35. Negative 14? I know it's a negative number. I have not gone mining specifically for diamonds in a while, so if Lord Dragon Wizard. Yes. Bedrock is now deeper. And then they added the deep dark too, which is where the new negative 60, oh, I was very off, is where diamonds live now. So yeah, so the deep dark exists now, which is where the no? Oh, negative 60 is bedrock. So it's up, I think it's like 10 blocks from there is where diamonds live. I don't know. I don't know where diamonds live. Don't ask me. I'm not an expert. No, I should know this. I just don't off the top of my head. But yeah, you can still... Diamonds don't live. Thanks, Lord Dragon Wizard. But yeah, they there is like a certain level that they exist at. And then you can still find them in naturally generated in caves, but you no longer dig in stone to find them. You dig in the deep slate, which is very much slower than stone to dig. So you have to, well, you don't have to, but it's better to dig with iron tools or diamond down there, or with a beacon. So yeah, it's the new generation is different. And then you get the deep dark, which is what has it has some new types of blocks in it, as well as the new big scary mob guy, whose name can't remember right now. He kills you by screaming at you. The Warden. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Lord Dragon Wizard. Yeah, it's got new blocks that if you trigger them more than 3 times, it summons the Warden. But they make weird noises as like how you trigger them. So you kind of like, you know, if you've triggered them, basically. But yeah, it's I'm gonna have to go down there eventually and unlock all that stuff too. So I'll have to become well versed. But yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what level diamonds generate at now, what the digging level is. I know, I believe it was XB Crafted did an experiment in Hermitcraft 9 as far as comparing getting diamonds between looking in caves and digging strip mine style. So there's a video out there of that, and I'm sure other people have done videos too. But it's completely different since they changed the generation of ores and everything. And that's the thing, is it doesn't, you can strip mine in stone, there's nothing wrong with it, but you're not going to get resources the same way anymore. So where you used to get stone coming out of your ears and people would just let it despawn because they didn't need it, if you need stone, if you want stone, and you're not digging out to like do a build, you don't really get as much stone as you used to. So that's something that kind of comes with the territory. But a lot of people don't really care about stone, so it doesn't matter to most people. But for me, and just, you know, what I'm trying to do here, I need to actually like go get stone. But when I start digging out the deep slate for diamonds, then I'll be able to. Oh, thank you, Lord Dragon Wizard, for looking it up. Ooh. Come on. Where are you at? Oh, there he is. Ooh. No, don't die. Don't die. Oh, okay. Good thing is I know exactly where I was. I wasn't paying enough attention. I just was really excited that I got to finally fight mobs instead of running away scared. Alright, so we'll go get our stuff. I'm sure the skeleton died the first moment there was sunlight because it was pretty... It had to have been almost done. But you know, this death hurts just a little bit less. I also know exactly where I was, so that helps some. Trying to get a more direct route just straight across to there. Well, it depends which world you're playing in Lord Dragon Wizard. You've got that serious castle build going on in our family world that you can always work on. Yeah, the concept for our family build that our son came up with was it's kind of like kingdoms building. So we each have our area that we're building up into whatever we want it to be. And so Lord Dragon Wizard is building a like medieval style castle. I've got kind of a animal kingdom, like Disney Animal Kingdom, like build of almost like a safari lodge kind of feel, but very in touch with nature. Oh, come on. There's got to be a way up. I don't have a pickaxe. Oh, there we go. So we've been working in that world for a while, but right now I'm working on getting our villager trading hall updated. Oh gosh, come on. I know I went up this way. I don't have anything to like, I really don't want to punch stone. Is it over here that I went up? Alright, so we made it back. We went down this way. There we go. All the stuff. Okay, now putting it all back in the order that I like. We're not doing too bad on collecting here, are we? There. We are running out of pickaxes quickly, but I'm getting a lot of stone, so that kind of makes sense. Let's just double check we didn't miss anything. Oh, see, we did. Looks good from here. We'll go up top and look down. And we'll get a few more, and then we'll head back. But yeah, so you can see where having like a bed over here would be super helpful. But for the moment, we'll just keep going back and forth. Might even be worth it to build like a land bridge across the top, from one top of the mountain to the other. Alright, we'll go and get that iron. Then we'll head back. So maybe what we'll do is we'll dig out some dirt over here where it's not going to affect anything to have it dug out. And we'll work on getting seeds with it. And then we'll use that dirt to build a land bridge over to my mountain. And that way we can get back and forth without having to go down. That is probably going to be the best idea. Alright. So we'll head back now. But yeah, you can see it goes over pretty far. And it's got natural cave system under it as well, so shearing it off is going to be beneficial as well because the caves will have some stuff in them as well. But yeah, you can see it just keeps going. So we'll be able to get a lot of resources from over here for sure. And then we'll head back down this way. That's my mountain over there, so we're not too far off. Whoops. We could even use the treetops as kind of like a highway in the sky kind of situation. Just build land bridges between them. Because the bamboo is nice because it's so renewable and we can get the bamboo stuff unlocked really quick now that we can actually come down here again. But it's really hard to walk through. They do not make it easy to walk through. Okay, so we'll get back here, we'll craft a few things, we'll put everything up, we'll find somebody to raid, and then the next time we'll be streaming will be Friday afternoon. So make sure that you come by. If you have not followed me yet, now is a good time to do that. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you get notified when I go live and you can join us. If you miss an episode, like I said before, definitely check out my YouTube channel. They're all uploaded there after I'm done streaming. And yeah, it's been a good time today. Everybody's been really chatty. I love it. And we've made such great progress. Getting that watermelon unlocked was such a big thing. We're actually going to be able to go and do a lot more fun stuff now. We'll still be around here doing stuff and collecting the things that are over here, but it's going to just be a little bit more variety in our lives. So, should be not too much further. That stone temple thing was not far from our base. Here we go. Oh, we went past our base. Okay, so we'll collect our watermelon up here just so that we have more to eat. And start throwing some into the chest for backup. All right. I'm excited to see the stuff that we got if we, how far we progress. I know it wasn't a ton of stuff gathered, but even for just a quick 20-minute jaunt where I still died, we should have made some good progress on these ones. So coal, almost a whole nother stack. I did get gravel. And then all the rest of this still goes over here. So iron, we're past our first stack now of iron. Flint is still working, that's still working. And then in our lower chest, we can finally put watermelon down. All right, let's make some furnaces. Let's see how far we got on those. Oh, they're so slow. It's gonna take so long. But that's why we're shearing off a mountain, because then it won't take nearly as long. 42. That's not bad. We'll take that. All right, so where do I have my furnaces? Oh, they're right here. So yeah, I mean, for only spending 20 minutes mining, that wasn't bad at all. All right, so let's see who we can raid today. we're gonna go for blue_SR_. They are working on speedruns of Hollow Knight. So this is a Twitcher that my son turned me on to because he loves Hollow Knight. So we'll go raid them. Make sure you go say hello, and we will see you guys in a little bit. Have a good one. They just finished. Okay, well, they just finished their stream, so I did send everybody over there, but if you're looking for somebody to watch, make sure that you go take a look out at all the great Twitchers out there streaming. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.